How did that go into a game one?
You know, it was good for them to get on the main floor with people out there and you know, with all the different dynamics of game day. You know, you want to have some distractions. I want new guys to have to focus on their job they got to do and not distractions. And you get so much benefit out of playing some of these high-level scrimmages that we did, but they're closed door, there's no distractions, it's totally like a practice, but you get a ton out of it. But I also wanted to give them a feel for distractions. So we did it game day-like, we did it main floor, you know, where people were in the stands and could look, and I was really looking at their focus, and I thought we got out of it. I thought our guys had good focus. No one tried to do things they couldn't do. You know, sometimes all of a sudden you got a center trying to go behind the back, throwing alley-oops behind their thing and doing things that they are not to do, but I thought we got a lot out of it.
What did you think of your team? What did you think of your talent? You've been telling us about it, but you actually have had 2 scrimmages now, and you've had a chance to see them. So what do you think about your team going into the first game?
You know, I feel like we got to continue to, I think we got the pieces to be very good defensively, but schematically, it's on our coaching staff and them. You know, just to be where you're supposed to be at all times, to have better ball pressure. I just think we have the potential to be better that way. So, you know, I feel like, and I think all coaches feel like that, man. We got to get better offensively, better defensively. I think, you know, you're gonna do that. And with this many new guys, the thing that's optimistic is we got a big ceiling to improve, as we should. But I like the energy of our team. I like our athleticism. It has improved, and I'm just so fun. I told you guys this last time. You know, we made between the 2 teams, we made 23s. So on one half, I should be really happy. On the other half, I'm like, are we guarding anybody? You know, so I chose to focus it on the defense.
Porter, that dynamic in the backcourt between Javian and Los, especially early in the season, what are you kind of looking for out of them in terms of how they play off each other?
Pace. Yeah. I'm looking for pace with those 2. It's 2 guys that can get a deep outlet, 2 guys that can attack the paint, 2 guys that can start the domino. Pace. I think they're both of them like to play fast. They can play fast. We got to get our wings running, but it gives us, you know, multiple guys that can bring it up and start the domino. And I think that's something different than we've had, where we had 2 guys that can do that. And JV, they both can shoot, they both can pass, and we just got to get them. We got to get them both defending at a high level.
How tough is the first week of trying to scout opponents when there's so many new faces on those guys?
A lot. It's very tough, especially when you get no film. Like we don't have any film, the scrimmages, so you got to go based on all last year. So yeah, it's tough. You know, I think they got some really good players. I think they did really good in the portal. I thought they really did good in the junior college transfer. They got 3 junior college transfers, some portal guys. They got a really good wing coming back who scored 14 a game, Taylor. So, you know, their big boy is a load down there. He can shoot and score. So it's hard because you know, we're adding new stuff. We got new wrinkles to our offense. And so everyone is doing it. So you really got to be really tight with your system early. You got to be tight with your system because, you know, on what you're doing, because you don't have a lot of game tape. You don't have any. It's all last year.
What's your thoughts on your 2 freshmen, and what have you learned about them through practice so far?
I've learned that they're just they love to play. They love to compete. They're open to learning. They're both long athletes. They both have a skill level. They both can knock down shots, and you know, it's for them. That's what I love. Coming to practice every day. They don't act entitled. They act like every day they come to work.
You mentioned at media day, kind of working through the rotations early on. Is that something that you guys have a game plan of mentally of how you want that to play out, or you want to be more open-minded through the first couple of games of mixing and matching different guys to find those rotations?
It's going to be a work in progress. You know, we have in mind what our rotations are, but you're going to be adjusting. All of a sudden, some guys going on a heater. You know, some guys are really doing well. Some guys might be struggling. So it is going to be a work in progress. But I think we're deeper. I think we're going to have guys come off the bench that can uplift us. You know, we're going to have some older guys come off the bench instead of having 2 freshmen come off the bench. I think we're going to have some older guys come off the bench all the time, and I meant that for last year. So it's always in basketball with your rotations. It's going to take a second, like to see who's who's really playing well, who's picking stuff up, and then there's a feel in the game on how they're playing.
You also mentioned at Media Day the differences in the block charge rule. How does that affect what you're teaching guys about defense going into the season?
Every scrimmage and the other night, I've had the same conversation with the referees. It's going to be interesting early. You remember when they did the hand check rule? Like the first couple games, it was outrageous. Everybody was in the bonus in 5 minutes. I think we still are talking rotations. I think the big call is going to come when that ball comes down the funnel, downhill from the top. That's going to be the one where there's contact. It's going to be on the defense a lot. And offensively, I think you adjust. I mean, we got some guys that can attack. Ortega can attack. Jalen Moore can attack. And we got some guys that can really do that. And I think information's power, knowing that they're going to call it that way. But I think early, I think the whole country's going to see a lot of those called.
What are you emphasizing with the guys just getting off to a good start? You know, Lois was talking earlier about obviously last year's opener was just not the way you wanted to get things going. Is that something you guys you're pointing to the guys this week?
I mean, like last year, I don't think we took Sam Houston for that. They were very good. They were a quad one game all year, but we didn't play well. We didn't play well. We didn't shoot well. We didn't play well. You know, we're focused on having our best self, playing so much better, deeper, getting things into the game that we've worked on. I think that happens a lot earlier around the country. Did they get what they've been emphasizing into the game? And that's what you want in these first couple of games. You've been practicing all summer. Are you getting your blockouts in? Are you getting your pace in? Are you executing, setting screens? Are you taking care of the ball? Some fundamental things. Are you getting into the game in these first couple of games? And that's been my focus is are we getting some of the things? We're trying to get more offensive rebounds. Are we going to get that into the game? Are we running the court, getting some more easy baskets in transition? Are we getting that game into the game? Defensively, high hands, talking, communication, a physicality. We've been working on it every day. Are we getting the physicality into the game? So it's more of that than I am talking backwards about last year. It's more of about us and what are we going to carry over and get what we've emphasized into these early games.
Do you have your entire roster? I mean, is anybody hurt or anything? Or?
No. Everybody's. I hate that question, James. I hate that question, but yeah, we're all good. Okay. Latrey's fine. You interviewed Trey, I think.
Yeah.
So we're all good.